Welcome to this week's Mad Moment. Here's Craig DeLuz.
Imagine that our state budget was a month late and a lobbyist came to your legislator and offered to give them $9,000 if they would vote for a tax increase. How would you feel about that? How about if the budget was 2 months late and they offered to pay them $18,000 to vote for tax increases? Would you support that? Well, it's September and California does not yet have a state budget. And out of frustration, there are those who are suggesting that legislators ought to forfeit their pay for times like this when the state budget is late. Well, on paper, this may sound like a good idea, but how is it any different than offering them a bribe to vote against what they believe to be in the best interest of California taxpayers? You see, Democrats and Republicans aren't disagreeing for disagreement's sake. This is not a personal petty standoff. Rather, it's a fight over two very different visions as to how to fix the budgetary mess that we happen to put ourselves in. One believes that raising taxes will only serve to further slow down the economy and dig us into an even deeper financial hole. The other side believes that we must preserve funding for certain social welfare and education programs by any means necessary. Both are convinced that they're right and that to do what the other is proposing would devastate California. So if they believe this so strongly, is it wise for us to pressure them to come to an agreement for agreement's sake? Or should we encourage them to fight for what they know to be the right thing? If conservatives want to pressure their representatives to vote for tax increases, then threaten to take away their pay. If liberals want to push their representatives to vote for cuts they believe are bad, then threaten to take away their pay. Now, I'm not saying that voters are wrong for being frustrated with this budget standoff, but even with that, it's time that we demanded that our representatives stop telling us what we want to hear and start telling us what we need to hear. This is Craig DeLuz with this week's Mad Moment.
Mad Moments is a program of the Make a Difference Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to increasing community and civic participation. To find out more, visit them online at madproject.org. Thank you for listening.